Kirakoto, my name is Casey. I'm the anaesthetic technician. So today I will talk about how we do the machine check when we start up our shift. So it depends where you work in New Zealand. So different hospital they have different machines. For example, like the first hospital I work in New Zealand, we use ICCS2. It's quite new and very good machine. And now when I move to another hospital, at the moment I'm working in another hospital and they use Dragers. Yes, actually I got trained in Vietnam and we use Dragers for our anesthetic machine. And now we come back here again and we use Drager again. But the model I use back in my country is very old model. But when I work here, it's quite a new model. It's quite good. So different machine they have different guidelines, different protocol for you to check the machine. Actually, from I got trained in Vietnam and we normally test the electronic test. That's it. And when I work in New Zealand and I met another staff, they come from UK and then she did the same. She just said, oh, in UK they just do the electronic checks, but in New Zealand they're very safe. You have to do the whole check, follow the guidelines, and from the Anesthetic Technician Society they have a guideline, so you can get the checking guidelines from the Anesthetic Technician Society. So you can become a member, and from a member you can get all the resources, all the training, all the events, any training from the societies. So you can register like a member of the Anesthetic Technician Society, even though you're not working in New Zealand, but you still can register. Yeah, so today I will tell you how I do the machine check when I start up my shift, and we use Drager guidelines. So firstly, when you enter the theater, you have to wash your hand, and you have to check the bow gas alarm panel. You put the test, make sure there are no alarms is displaying. And then when you come to the machine, you have to turn on the machine on and plug the machine into the uninterrupted power supply. So what it means, uninterrupted power supply, that means when you got a power cut, it's no power. So the we still get the power from the plugs from the generator. So there are no interrupted for our machine. So when you plug it in, and you can see that all battery charge on the screen, and then when you plug it in all, then you check the machine, you push the machine, make sure that the machine moving freely. So in case you need to grab a machine, so you have to make sure the machine moving freely. Okay. Then you do the check. You make sure you check the service day. You have a stamp on there. Make sure the machine is still in good service. So if it's out of date, you have to inform the coordinator or team leaders, or you have to take the machine to the biomed. And after the machine, you check all the circuit. Make sure that the circuits is all clean, intact, no dirty, no too much water. Normally the circuits they will get replaced every 7 days. And you check the gas sample, make sure there's no water in there. Check the water tap. If it's a lot of water in the water trap, you make sure that you take all the water out. Because the water trap they will last for 30 days for the Drager machine. And then you check the vaporizer. So for the vaporizer, you have to check on the service stay the same. You check, make sure they correctly fitted and ready to use. Make sure that you can turn on and off, and check the content. In New Zealand, normally we use sevoflurans, but we also use desflurans, but not so many people use desflurans. They now just use sevoflurans. So you make sure that the vaporizer is the content is full, and it correctly fitted, and the port closed, and it's ready to use. Then you check the solar lamp, make sure the solar lamp is still good to use, and then you check the scavenging. For the Drager machine, we have scavenging, and it fluctuates from the minimum or maximum, so it should be between the maximum and minimum. That's we call we check for the scavenging. And then we check the ambu bag, the machine at the back of the machine, because normally we have the ambu bag at the back. So you check the ambu bag, make sure that the oxygen tube long, like 2 or 3 meter long, good, intact, no occlusions. You attach the oxygen tube into the auxiliary machine oxygens, and then you turn it on, make sure that the reservoir bag is inflating, and you squeeze the bag, make sure all the valve is working correctly. Basically in the ambu bag we have a PIP valve there, so you have to make sure that there's a PIP valve there. That's we check the for the ambu bag. So when you check all the checking, for I normally check the setting of FiO2 on the screen. So you turn on the screen, make sure that you check the FiO2 setup. So normally it depends on each hospital. So the first hospital I work, they set up for 18%, but for Drager in here they set up for 25%. Then you take out the gas emboli out and expose to the air rooms, and make sure that the gas analyzers, they will show up like 21%, so it's about to the air room. Then you start the check, okay, and then you start the electronic check. For the electronic check, they will take like 7 to 8 minutes. So just follow on the screen, just a tick, make sure that you everything correct, and then it take like I said, it takes 7 to 8 minutes. So by the way, you waiting for the electronic check, there are a lot of things we have to do. Like we have to check the suction. So the suction tube, you make sure that it's like the same, 2 to 3 meter long, clean, intact, and it's assembled correctly. Have a janker, and you turn on the suction to the maximum. Then you check the tube and that suction. So okay, you occlude the suction tube, make sure that it's get negative 600 centimeter of water, and within 10 seconds. Then you flip to its minimal, and you make sure it's still working well. It's between minimum and maximum, because minimum we use just for the baby, and maximum what we use for the adult. So when you finish checking the suctions, then when the electronic is almost finished, so now we check for the high pressure check. So this is the part we have to do, high pressure check. Make sure that you unplug all the oxygen, nitric oxide, air from the pipeline. Then you turn on and off the tank, the oxygen tank. In Drager we have oxygen tank and nitric oxide tanks. Turn on and off. Make sure that the pressures you show on the pressure will show like about 50 bar, like 5000 kPa for oxygen and nitric oxide. So you just wait for like 5 seconds, but you see that pressure doesn't drop. That means like it's no leaking. Then you plug like gas and air and oxygen, nitric oxide back to the pipeline. You pack it into the main system. And when you plug it in or in the pipeline gas, and then you check on the screen, make sure that it's like 4.1 bar, around 4.1 bar for the air, for the nitric oxide, for the oxygens, and it's around like 410 kPa. Okay. And you have to do the tongue test. You make sure that you put down, make sure that no come off, because when you plug it in into the pipeline, you can hear click. And then you make sure you do the tongue test, make sure it's correct. Okay. Then that's a high pressure check. Then now we check on the one gas check, and then one air. So like we take gas emboli out, take the filter out, and plug it to outflow fresh gas outlet. So plug it in, and then you choose the air on the screen and turn the FiO2 down to 21, and then you check the gas analyzer, like it's registered for 21, and then you turn the FiO2 up to 100, and then you see gas analyzer will show like 100% given or take 3%. Then you click to nitric oxide, and then you click to FGO2 like 50%, and then you can see like 50-50 for oxygen and nitric oxides. Then another check, we do the anti-hypoxic check. So we turn FGO2 down to 25%, even though you see the nitric oxides will be come up to 75%. So we check the cellular oxygen alarm. So you disconnect, apply the oxygen from the main, and you will wait for a few seconds, and you see that the audio alarms and visual alarms will display on the screen ISD. So then you reconnect the oxygen back to the and then that's it. That's for the test for this. And then we do another check. We check for the alternative oxygen. So we turn the put the gas sample line back to the circuit and put the filter back, and then occlude the circuit into the circuit plug. Then you switch the oxygen into as oxygen and turn it on like up to 20 liter, and then you see that reciprocator back inflating. That's working well. Then you check the oxygen flush. So oxygen flush, you connect the 2 liter back to the circuit to the patient limb, check, and then flush like close IPL valves, and then flush 4 seconds. Make sure that it's all 2 bags it's filling within 4 seconds. So that main line would be 35 to 7 liter per minute. That's it. That's all. That's the check. Now we check the circuits and solar alarm. So we make sure that the solar alarms, the integrity, the solar alarm click, make sure it's still your service. It depends on the hospital service. Okay, and then you take the solar alarms out of the circuits, and then you still keep the put the 2 liter back into the filter, and then you close all RBA valves and flush it and flush, and make sure that the pressure back up above 30, and then you keep it there. And if in 5 minutes the pressure doesn't drop below 50, that means that's good. Then you place the solar alarm back to the circuit, and then if it drops, just flush, put pressure oxygen plus, let the pressure above 30, and leave it there. After 5 seconds, it doesn't drop below 30. That's good. Then you open fully IPL valve. Passively, the bag will passively spilling. Then if the bag's not over deflating, that means the scavenging is very good. So as you know, the scavenging will fluctuate between max and minimum. And then you close the IPL valves and squeeze the bag back automatically. Make sure you check the unidirectional valve, and then when you squeeze each back alternatively, so there's no resistance. That means that's good. The valve is good. Then you open IPL freely and then squeeze 2 back at the same time. So to check this, they spill out nicely. Okay. Then and then next we check the ventilator. So for the ventilator, we check we set up the volume with 570 mil, and breath like 12 breath, and then inspire and expire like 1 and 7, inspire 7 and expire 7, inspires 1 and expires 7. And then you make sure you check the P max. Normally they will set up for 40. And then contact the 2 liter back into the filter in the patient limb and start volume control, like I said. And then you start, and we wait for 10 breath. Make sure that the tidal volume will reach 570, give or take 10%. Then you squeeze the bag hard to make sure that it's above the like maximum pressures, like above 40, and you will hear the audio alarms, and you see on the screen as well visual alarm. Then you, after 2 or 3 breaths, you take the 2-liter bag out of the filter, and you see that the alarm, like, there are no cannot ventilations. Yeah, so I mean that's good to use. Then everything done, then you plug the mask into the filters, open fully the IBA valve, and you sign the book that you check all the check. You do all the check, and there are no faulty, no problem for the machine, and machine is good to use. Then that is how I check the machine, and then like I said, it will take like 10 to 15 minutes to check the machine. If nothing happen, it depends on each people. They have different ways to deal with it, but if you do it all the time, every day, like 5 days a week, like it's come naturally. You just come and turn on, check the gas alarm panel, turn on the machine, plug it in, and then like it's just like flow, you know. So if you do it all the time, like it's like instinct come up to you straight away. But when you stop and think what you're doing, like we have to talk. If someone asks you what you doing, like it will take a while for you to make sure that you say it correctly. But it's when you do it all the time, it will come to you naturally. That's what I check the machine for the Dragers in my hospital. Like I said, this different hospital, they have different guidelines, and you just read the guidelines carefully, and then you do the check. That's why I'm checking for. That's my routine for checking the anesthetic machine. And hopefully I can hear from you guys how can you check the machine. And like I said, in New Zealand we do everything. We all do the whole check. Okay, not how about in your country? Do you do the whole check or just the electronic check? And hopefully you can comment below. Hopefully you like my channel, and you can share my channel and subscribe to my channel, and I'll release more video related to how I work in New Zealand, because there are a lot of people asking me like how can I get a job here, because I'm from Vietnam and they want to become an anesthetic technician in New Zealand. So that I can share you how can I become an anesthetic technician in New Zealand. And in the previous video, I already mentioned that you have to contact the medical science council and do the application, register and apply for the application and pay for the application fee, and they will help you straight away. Okay, thank you very much, and I hope you see you in the next video.